A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be talking about two different feelings or opposite feelings. Now, as you should all know by now, if you have been listening to this channel, all the channelings, mostly they are focused towards unconditional love and towards healing a person. Why do we need healing? First of all, let's understand. We need healing because there are certain wounds. There are certain wounds that most people in this journey have, and these wounds come from the upbringing, the childhood. Without fail, this is where they come from. Okay? But because when we are growing up, we have to sustain our life in the planet Earth that we live in. We have to live amongst other people. We have to live with the society. And the society has formed certain guidelines for everyone. There are some law-making bodies, there are some guidelines given by the society. And in every area, wherever you live, every state, every area, every country, every small nook and corner, every lane, there are people, human beings, they are living together and they all carry a certain amount of energy. But what is the most important thing to understand? That every person is a universe in itself. Every individual is a universe in itself, and they need to understand one thing, that you are special and you are ordinary at the same time. You are special and you are ordinary at the same time. Those people who think that they are just ordinary and there is nothing special about them, they are wounded. And those people who think that they are so special, that they are the special ones on this planet and there is nothing ordinary or simplistic about them, nothing human about them, they are just always floating on the clouds of ego. They are also not normal, they are wounded people. The twin flame journey, which most people understand as a 3D union only, it is not 3D union. It's not that we want everyone to get married. You get into the twin flame ascension journey and after 6 months you are supposed to get married only. That's not the reason why we do twin flame ascension work. Twin flame ascension means two, right? So what is this twin flame then? I don't want to work basis only on language. I just picked up a language which is a global language so that maximum people can benefit from this information. Whosoever is destined, whosoever is going through a divine intervention, they are going through some kind of divine timing, they will get attracted to it and they will take this knowledge. If they need to take this knowledge, they'll take it, otherwise they will not take it. There is no rule that everyone has to be on the same page also. They are the same flames, or they should become the same flame, or they should merge into a same flame. Eventually, the union or coming together of two flames. That is the real meaning of this twin flame ascension journey. Twin flame union. So how will this twin flame union happen? It cannot happen by simply thinking in your head all the time. It happens when you live your life on a daily basis, on a constant basis, day by day, step by step. And every day you think that something new I will learn today. If you have that much openness towards life on a daily basis, not on one day you think like this and second day you don't. On a daily basis, when you learn to move on, when you learn to let go, every day you are learning, you are becoming a new person. Every day is a new day. That's why every day the sun rises and every day there is night as well as day. So that in the night time we rest and we prepare for the next day. Because every night our soul, it travels and meets our spirit guides and meets our masters. Okay. Sometimes it happens that because of too much medicines and too much negativity and depression and all the problems that people have, they cannot connect with the masters because they are so stuck in the worldly world. So there has to be a balance. When these two flames, when they come in a balance, they become one flame. Then the twin flame comes into union. That is the meaning of this, the name of this channel also. Now, one person, which is the masculine, and the other person, which is the feminine energy, whosoever holds the masculine or the feminine energy, they need to do certain amount of work. Okay? When one person changes deeply, the other person will change. Why this happens? Because these two flames, actually flames are a symbolism of soul. In our Hindu Sanatan Dharam culture, we see the soul as a flame. Okay, and that's why I say that this twin flame concept has come from Indian subcontinent. Not to be like all Indians are superior, thus they know all of this, so they are very smart. In fact, I would like to say not every Indian would be aware about these things, because it's not about Indian, American, Australian or European or anything. It's about people in general. People are the same everywhere. A lot of people have questioned me, why don't you make a Hindi channel? Why don't you make a Hindi channel? Why don't you do channeling in Hindi also? Please do channeling in Hindi. Somebody was telling me the other day, you are an Indian person, so being an Indian, you should speak only in Hindi language so that all Indians can benefit. My reason is, I am working for everybody. And English is, fortunately or unfortunately, in today's time, English is a global language. Everybody can say at least hi, hello, thank you, sorry, no matter which country they are in. Most people, they understand English. Even in India, many people understand English. So I am not working with the only Indian boundary or Nepali boundary. From that perspective, I should also make a Nepali channel. Or I should make a Punjabi channel, because I have both Punjabi and Nepali blood in me. I have also made Hindi channels, okay? I have also made English channels. Because my whole idea is, as I said, to share this knowledge globally. There is another channel that I'm working on. I've just started working on this channel. It is called Ramayan and Mahabharat Diaries. Now, the reason I'm working on this channel is not because, again, to only help specific group of people. So that the story of Ramayan and story of Mahabharat can reach to the whole world. Why it should reach to the whole world? What is it going to give to the whole world? What it's going to give is, it is full of wisdom, and it is full of wisdom specifically for the twin flame people, because these two stories specifically are coming from family backdrops, where you have husband and wife, you have mother and father relationship, but even sannyasis can benefit a lot from it. In fact, initially it were the sannyasis or the saintly people or the sadhus who got liberated from these two stories. If you constantly listen to Ramayan, every day if you listen to Ramayan, even for 1 hour in a day, you listen to one chapter or you listen to some story or some verse related to Ramayan, it will increase your positivity, positive energy will increase, because the sound Ram is connected to your solar plexus. It is connected to the third chakra, which is called the Manipura chakra, the city of jewels. When people give these names and these meanings to the chakras, there is a reason behind it. Throat chakra is not defined as city of jewels. Solar plexus is defined as city of jewels. Why? Because you can unlock your gifts, your jewels. Every person has jewelry. Every person has jewels and gifts. Those you can unlock from this. Everyone has a city of jewels seated in their third chakra. But many people don't know about it. So many people don't even reach to this point where they understand there is something called twin flame journey or twin flame ascension or twin flame concept also. Many people, they get only married to their karmics throughout their lives. They don't know. If one person is also aware and awakened one, it's called spiritual awakening for a reason. Normally the spirit is dormant in many people. Okay. Now we are in the age of ascension. We are in the time of ascension. And this is the reason why those people who are meant to get this knowledge, they will be awakening for this information. Why they will awaken? Because this is the time of awakening. And even in this time, many people are still going to continue to live in the dark ages. And they will never awaken. Maybe in next life they will awaken, or next to next life they will awaken. But in this life, only few people, few special people who are smart enough to know that as much as I'm special, I'm also equally ordinary. This lesson is a very important lesson in this journey, because it will take you out from the trap of inferiority complex, and it will take you out from the trap of superiority complex as well. Now, when we release the hurts and hatred of the past, when one person, say the feminine, she is able to release the hurts and hatred of the past, then only the masculine will move on from negative energy and do something better in his life. This is how it will mirror in this way. How will she release the hurts and hatred of the past? Now, most of the times the feminines have this problem, you can say, that they don't let go of what has happened in the past. And then this is mirrored by the masculine. Because during their courtship or during their liking phase or crushing phase, all of these phases that happen between the masculine and feminine, he gets irritated about something that she does. One thing or two things or three things, whatever number of 5, 7 things, he gets irritated by her. Or he is not able to move on from it. Say she called him a buffoon. She called him an ogre. She called him something weird. Now he cannot move on from it. She called me a buffoon. She thinks I'm a buffoon. She thinks I'm a fool. She thinks I'm an idiot. Or this is just one of the examples. There can be many other things also, which he plants in his head, in his mind, and does not let it go. Technically, both of them are wounded in an equal proportion, and that is the reason why they have attracted each other, and that is why they feel all this intensity towards each other. Technically, that is what is happening with them. He doesn't let go of the hurts or a hatred or whatever he experiences, which is again coming from his own negativity. Please understand, if you feel that the whole world is out there to get you, or only bad things happen to you, you need to know that they are all germinating from you only. When negative things happen to me also, I feel the same thing, that this negativity has germinated through me only somehow. So I also need to change something. Say there are some people, they love to argue. They can argue for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. A lot of relationship holders, a lot of men and women, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, they constantly fight on the SMS. Constantly they are typing messages to each other, fighting with each other, picking up one topic and then going on discussing it and abusing each other, arguing. Like, how much time do they have and how much energy and patience do they have? This is what we think when we heal. But when we are not in the healed situation, we also do the same thing. We will pick up a topic with any person, whosoever is there, and we will go on discussing. Now the other person is also equally crazy. They are also doing the same thing. And after 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, one of them will get fed up, then they will go away. Or the other will get fed up, or something will happen. And that topic of fight will end over there. Or one of them gets horny. Now when someone gets horny, they want to ignore the fight. Or maybe someone gets hungry. Now I need food. I need to go and get a food plate for myself. I'll fight later. So they'll put a pause to the fight. The other person gets even more angry. You're understanding? In the meantime, the one who is clinging on more, that person will be the one who will get depressed more. The one who is independent, more independent, actually they are not independent. Both of them are codependent on each other. That is the reason why they accept all this negativity and all this stupidity and they continue with their life. You might be thinking that, are so many people wounded? Yes. A lot of people are wounded. Planet Earth is full of wounded people. So many people have these psychological and spiritual problems. But not everyone wants to heal it. Only few intelligent people would want to heal themselves fully. Rest will continue to waste their time in these things. So when one person becomes adamant that no, I will heal myself, I will not do all this, they will sit down and they will try to think, where is this negative energy coming from? Which part of me is this negativity coming from? And when they will think properly and clearly, they will know that all this negative energy comes from my childhood traumas and childhood abuses. And then when they try to get counseling or they get therapy from other people, someone else, when they try to get a perspective, if not getting therapy, if they do their own inner work, we call it inner work for a reason. Because a person wants to go within themselves. Why they want to go within themselves? Because they don't want this type of relationship pattern where there is constant struggle to be happy with each other. A man and a woman, they both want to be happy with each other. Some people ask me, when does a person become false twin? Some people have asked me this question. When one person grows a lot, when out of the two people, one of them progresses a lot and the other person does not want to progress. They don't want to leave their comfort zone. They don't want to leave the comfortable area they are sitting in and doing all the crazy stupid things. They don't want to let go of the tantrums. People throw tantrums all the time. Even I meet so many people who throw tantrums at me. But what will they get when they throw tantrums? Nothing. Those who throw tantrums, they are the ones who receive the least from others or from the universe. Why? Because they are not open enough to change. They are not open enough to heal themselves. They don't want to take any risk. They don't want to do anything new. And change is the only constant thing on this planet. Change is inevitable. Either you will change happily or you will change and you will keep suffering. It's up to you what you want to do. And if you will not want to change, then you will be remaining stuck in one place, in one dark space. I was watching a horror movie yesterday, and in the horror movie, the story, let's not get into the story. One of the scene which caught my attention was that this lady said to the there's a mother and there's a daughter in the movie. The daughter is the one who is probably possessed by something, and one of the friend visits both of them, the mother and daughter, and as soon as she sees the girl, she wants to run away from there. So the mother says, "Hey, where are you going? Why are you going? What happened to you?" And she says, "Your daughter, you cannot help her, you cannot save her, because there is a darkness around her." Most depressed people are like that. Most negative, pessimistic people are like that. That when they are sad, when they are depressed, when they are upset, when they are low, they will pull other people into the same energy. They will try to pull others. That's the reason why they argue, they get irritated, they fight, they create a scene. They want attention from other people. Why do they want attention from other people? Because they are the ones who are attached. And who are more attached to other people? Those who are not happy with themselves. They will always like to get attached with others. Now, while I'm saying all this and while we are listening to all of this, we should not think that, oh, I am the one who is perfect. There is nothing wrong with me. This other people must be for some other people. Then that is the reason why most people don't grow and progress, because they think that they don't have any flaws in themselves. When they are perfect, they will never bend. They will never say, I can heal myself and I can fix myself. And as I said in the very beginning, every day we learn. Every day we learn. There is no end to this work that we are doing. Every day something new comes up. And that makes life very interesting. And those people who don't like to discuss all of these things, that means they are still playing some mental game with themselves. They are still stuck in the worldly trap. Although they would want to say, I am not a worldly person. I am not trapped in anything worldly. But they are. Why? Because they cannot listen to these type of subjects or these type of talks. All they want to discuss is who did what. People will discuss other people. Those people who discuss other people and situations constantly. Other people as in, this person did this to me, this person did that to me, this person did bad to me, everyone is doing bad to me, my uncle did bad to me, my auntie did bad to me, my mother did bad to me, my father did bad to me, this and that. My sister is bad to me, my brother is bad to me, my lover is bad to me, my teacher is bad to me. You can do it, but if you constantly do it, then it's wrong. Now you must be thinking, then what is it that we should discuss? What is it that we should talk about? When you are deeply interested in talking about source, in talking about devotion, in talking about God, in talking about the nature, universe, when you are deeply enamored by how human mind develops, how human mind can grow, when you are deeply enamored by the potentials of life, when you can think that life and death are just two sides of the same coin, and when you know that unconditional love is one of the most beautiful things in this planet, and how do I achieve it? How do I reach to that point? Some people tell me, what is love? Ask me, what is love according to you? I say, love is where there is no attachment. Well, then they say, how is it possible? Without attachment, no one can love. Yes, true love, on the contrary, is always without attachment. And in this channeling session, the energy is so interesting. I am so impressed and amazed by this energy, because not only this is the energy of growth, coming into another new world. Because when you release the hurts of the past, in childhood someone did this to me, someone that did that to me. In childhood someone abused me, in childhood someone hit me, in childhood someone slapped me, in childhood someone denied me of something. When you release that, when you say, okay, fine, someone did this to me, so what? What should I do? Now I'm not a child. Now they are not slapping me. Maybe they are dead. They are gone. They are not even here. I have done enough inner work. Now those people are gone. So what do? I let it go. Why do you let it go? For your own peace. And another reason why you let it go is because you know this world is full of all this. That is the reason why we are here in this planet in the first place. Because this planet is a school. This planet is a place for learning lessons. If you are not going to learn any lessons, if you are just here to sit, be like a stone, do nothing. When there are people who smoke weed, okay, and there is this very popular term called stoners. They say, oh, now I'm like a stone. Why they are like a stone? Because they don't want to move on. They don't want to do anything. So they like that comfortable space that smoking cannabis gives to them. They get relaxed. Otherwise, they are fighting and quarreling and getting angry and getting upset and not happy, not laughing. After they smoke something, weed or cannabis, they are laughing and they can eat food and they can go off to sleep. But I would like to say this one thing here. I'm not against cannabis. I'm not against weed. In fact, I feel it has really huge potential. It is a medicine. It can help many people. But when you are in the ascension journey, you don't want to stop and you don't want to become a stone, you know. Okay, fine. You're going through something, maybe for 2 days, 3 days, you sit in one corner and you want to smoke up something, fine. Okay. I'm absolutely against alcohol. Alcohol is something, so if you compare cannabis with alcohol, then I would obviously say alcohol is totally should be avoided. Meat should be totally avoided, because these things, when they go inside your system, meat and alcohol, they will put your frequency very low. Because it's dead meat. It is a dead being that you are eating. Okay? And it is so close to our DNA. It has so many emotions in it. What you become what you eat, that's what they say. Alcohol again is a liquid that can, just destroy your mind for some time. You have no understanding, you don't know what you're doing, what you're saying, why you're dancing, why you're happy. But what cannabis will do to people is it will relax them. So those people, it is good for those people who are constantly thinking something. But if your mind is already very silent, very quiet, very aware mind, then you might not need it. You don't need it. Why? Because when you get slow, you don't like it. You don't enjoy being so slow and being stuck in one corner, sitting in one corner, not doing anything, just watching something constantly, eating something constantly. That is unhealthy. And because of this, sometimes spiritual people, they don't grow. They are stuck. In some cases, it's very good. Like I said, then you need to get the good quality. In the normal world, there is so much chemical mixed in everything these days. Once I met a scientist, he used to grow his own cannabis. And the type of cannabis he used to smoke, which he used to grow on his own, by the way, it used to make him very energetic. And he was writing a book. He had put 25 years of research on this plant of cannabis. And he even had a publisher. But obviously when you're smoking every day, how will you finish the book? That is also there. But when I met him and I talked with him, I could not realize, I could not make out that he is high or he has smoked something. And then I asked him the same question. When I meet other people, they are stoned and they don't have the energy, they cannot talk the way you're talking, then how come you're able to do all this? He said, because I grow my own in my garden and I find the best seed. All of those things he said. And then he showed me a lot of books and chronologies and this and that. You must be thinking, why am I talking about all this? Why am I talking about meat, alcohol, getting high, sexual relationships? They are fighting, suddenly one person gets horny and they stop fighting. Why? Because all of these things people do when they are in low frequency energies. They want to eat a lot of meat or they want to eat a lot of junk food, a lot of unhealthy food they will eat throughout the day. Or they will constantly eat. There's no reason or rhyme, but they'll keep eating. Why? Or they'll keep drinking. Or because these are all addictive energies. Addictions are bound to happen when there are wounds. Now let's come back to the wounds. The feminine, she also understands this one thing about addictions. Few days back, I had shared a channeling. I don't know how many of you heard it, but it was about the divine masculine realizes he has addictions and he need to let it go. Right? And it was happening because on the other side, the feminine was also leaving her emotional addictions. Mostly feminines have emotional addictions. Like this one. Stuck in the past. Always cursing and always getting angry with the people who have hurt her in the past. She constantly thinks about those situations, those episodes, whatever happened to her. When she's not able to forgive those people, she's not able to let go, she's not able to move on. So who will suffer? She will suffer. Why? She will always keep attracting very selfish people in her life. If you have this type of problem, you will always attract selfish people in your life who are going to make you feel for a certain amount of time that you are special. Why this feeling special is needed? Because normally, most of the time, she is actually feeling that she has been done wrong. People have done wrong to her. People have abused her. People have accused her. People have done many bad things to her. People have betrayed her. So with that type of energy, she needs somebody from the external reality to make her feel special for some time at least, even if it's for 2 months or 3 months. Sometimes the feminines, they are in long-term relationships. Why they are in long-term relationships? Even if they are not happy with that person, technically they may not even be in love with that person. But they are in a relationship for 2 years, 3 years, because from the societal perspective, if a person thinks that I've been done wrong by other people and they meet someone who has all the qualities from a societal perspective, that this person is handsome, this person is blue-eyed, this person is good-looking, he has fair complexion or dark, whatever the feminine likes, depending on her personal societal programming. If she feels that yes, this person is an arm candy, if I hang around with him, other people will look up to me or other people will think that I am good enough, I'm smart enough, that's why I have such a good-looking partner or a rich partner or attractive partner or whatever. But emotionally, there is no connection with each other. Emotionally, even in the bed, if they spend time in the bed every day or once in a week or whatever, once in a month, there is no connection. It is just a need of the body. And body also have needs depending on the energy that is being circulated in the body. If your energy is of an ascended person, then your body needs will be very different. If you are living in low frequency energy, the body will require those things to maintain the balance of body plus spirit and soul and mind connection. Because we are a combination or a totality of mind, body and soul. Actually, we are a soul. We are a spirit. But to function on planet Earth, we need a body, which is our device to move around, to get things done. To make a call, you need a phone, right? You need a device to make a call. But what is that call helping you do? Form a connection with someone. Connection through communication. Alright? But when we grow spiritually, we say there is telepathy. And telepathy and imagination are both different things. Some people think that they are constantly imagining about their divine masculine throughout the day. so they are telepathically connected with him. No. Telepathy will always have a validation in the end. Which means that if you telepathically think about somebody, or you telepathically you want to say you want to give someone some gift, telepathically you will know that this is the best gift for this person. And when you give it to that person will be so excited and would say, hey, how did you know I wanted to buy this? And you will be like, oh, I just felt like you would really like this. Oh yeah, I totally love it. I was literally planning to get it for myself. And look at this, you've got it for me. Amazing. Telepathically you think about someone and they will give you a phone call. And you will tell them that, hey, I was about to call you, or I was thinking about you and you just called me up. So telepathic communication will always have some kind of a proof in the end that yes, this telepathic communication was working. But in imagination and illusionary and delusionary world, you will never have any validation. Nothing will happen. For years and years you can go on daydreaming and you can go on thinking about somebody or something. People who are very good manifestors, they are very good telepathically, they can communicate. You want something. In your mind you are thinking that I want to do this, I want to get this done. And somebody will automatically appear in front of you from nowhere. You have no contacts, you have not called anyone, you have not asked for help, but somebody will appear and they will show interest in that particular idea or that particular creative project. And they will say, okay, I'm ready to fund it for you, or I would like to give you an opportunity. And you're like, wow, this was easy. I just thought about it and it happened. Why? Because such people have a very strong intuitive ability and they can create the energy match for that thing. In the twin flame journey with the divine feminine, sometimes they have this huge struggle because they are looking for the right type of man, their twin flame or their DM, but they are not able to form that connection in the 3D world. Why? Because they are intuitively not that strong yet to strike that laser beam. We are laser beam creators. We can create a beam. How they say in the movie Star Trek. Beam it up. Beam it up means to teleport someone or something. And this is actually used in the alien movies only. It's a very stereotypical portrayal of when aliens would return to their spaceship from Earth, or they would be going into the space and they would say, beam it up. But this beam, anyone can send this beam to anyone if they are smart enough. All the ascended masters, this is what they do. When we talk to our masters, whatever we ask them, whatever we talk to them, they always give you some validation. Something happens in your 3D world. And you go like, oh wow, I asked for this and it happened, or I discussed this. It's not always you keep asking for things. Sometimes you also discuss something. Sometimes you also talk about something that I'm not able to figure this out. How do I do it? And you will get maybe a message will just, on a hoarding you will see something written, on a book you will see something written, on the television you will get an answer, you're watching a movie and you'll get an answer. It was really crazy when I was asking a question, why 2 people are needed in this journey. I had asked this question and there was a channeling also, and I saw a movie which is called El Ascensionor, and it was based on 2 people, one man and woman who were stuck. It was a science fiction movie. They were stuck in an elevator and they need to find out their way back in the outside reality as a happy couple, because when they enter inside, they're not happy about certain things. And imagine the name of the movie was El Ascensionor. And I was like, oh my God, how can this happen? This was exactly what my question was. And out of the blue, because I was literally very sleepy, and I don't know what awakened me, and I just went like, okay, I have to watch this movie only. And I watched the movie and I was so impressed and so shocked, because my prayer was very deep and intense. And this is the reason we talk about the power of the prayer in the twin flame journey. And we don't mean to say that 100 people should pray for you. You yourself individually, you are more than enough. If you pray from a very true heart, from a solid space, your prayer will always be heard and it will be answered also. Alright, so as per the energy of this channeling session, one of them, the masculine or the feminine, according to me it is the feminine, she forgives people. Now forgiveness should also be done mentally. It does not mean that you call up everybody from the past and you keep telling them, hey, I'm very sorry, I did this to you, I did that to you. You don't need to do that. You can just simply sit in your room and you can forgive them and you release them from your head space. You just tell them, okay, I release you now, be happy wherever you go. In some cases, you should not even call them up. In fact, it won't be advisable that you call every single person up and you say, I'm so sorry, or I forgive you because you hurt me in the past. First of all, they'll never even admit that they hurt you in the past. Because this work that we do, it is a mental and psychological, spiritual work, which will have an effect on your physical reality eventually. Okay? So when you release those people, the abusers, those people who hurt you, those people who disturbed you, those people who made you feel less than what you should feel, inferior in many ways, you release them. Now imagine why, or think, not imagine, think why this work should be done by the feminine. Because those who have ego, masculines normally, they have this ego. Okay, one of the person will have ego energy and the other person will have low self-esteem. Those who have an ego problem, they will never want to fix themselves. Please remember this. They will not want to fix themselves. They would be, okay, I am the best person, I have no flaw, I am perfect. Why? Because they have been raised like this by their parents or by their adults. They have told them, they've taught them that you are superior, you are amazing, you are special, you are the only special one out there. So they cannot think of healing themselves or curing themselves. But if they fortunately or unfortunately fall in love with a person who has low self-esteem and suddenly they see that this person's self-esteem has risen to a level where they cannot even reach them, they cannot even call them or contact them. A lot of divine feminists, they feel bad that somebody has not called me up for 5 years, 6 years, 2 years, 3 years. You have to understand that you were the one who was always making the calls. You were the one who was always making the efforts. You were the one who was always trying to connect. They were not trying to connect with you any which way. But they liked it when you connected to them. So each time you connected with them, they came back to you. Now, because of the inner work, because of the ascension work, because your self-esteem is increasing, your self-worth is increasing, you don't want to chase anyone because you're also tired of doing that. You don't want to chase people, you don't want to fix things, you don't want to mend anything. So you tell them, or you physically, you don't make a move. You don't contact them, you don't call them, you don't message them. You let them be, you let them go. In some cases, there can be a fight also, like a showdown, like a face-off, where one person can tell the other person that, you know what, you have been doing all this with me. I'm not the one who's bad here. You are the one who's bad here. So I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to be nice to you anymore. You do whatever the hell you want to do, but I'm not going to do any of this anymore with you, because they get tired of it. They get tired of chasing a person. They get tired of begging for attention, so they let it go. And when they grow, when they do deep inner work and they grow as a person, as a human being, in the mission work they grow, the other person feels that now I cannot contact them, I cannot reach to them. There are so many cases where the universe magically brings these two people back together. Nobody has to make a phone call or nobody has to send a message. They don't have to do anything. Magically it will all happen, where two people will meet, they will get connected and they will be together after that. And then they will be in a healthier space, much healthy space. And they will also know and also realize that the other person has changed a lot. Over a period of time, they have changed. So they are not going to bring up the things that went bad in the past. All the hurt and the hatred, they have released it. So there is no energy. If there is no energy of those negative things, then it will not have any impact in your waking world, in your 3D reality. Okay? And when one person does that, what is the other person doing? They will also move on from negative energy. Otherwise, they will be stuck in that negative energy and they will never progress. They will move on to do the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. What is next? What is next? What is next? Okay, there is a negativity right now. Within these 5 minutes, say something negative happened. But they'll not dwell on it. They'll not be stuck with it. They will say, okay, fine. My next lesson is ready. I need to get out from it. This is a negative feeling. It is trying to stop me. It is trying to pull me in the past. It's taking me, into the depressive mode. I don't want to do this. Let me just come back to my present moment. And they will move on. People who have high ego, they have problems of anxiety because they are stuck in the future. What is going to happen in the future? They also need to come back into the present moment. For private sessions, personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first, and once you are sure, then write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. When it comes to twin flame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything about your journey before the reading so that we can get the best and the most accurate answers. So we will discuss your journey during the reading, alright? And for therapies, you have to share with me different facets of your life so that we can heal the wounded inner child, which then leads to a 5D union. You can also get my book In the Name of Love, which is 5 channel twin flame stories based on the journey of finding your ultimate soulmate. You can connect with me on Instagram. The handle is Sunamoon Goddess, and you can also subscribe to a new channel, as I spoke about, Ramayana and Mahabharata Diaries, so that you can learn about these epics, very uplifting and wisdom-oriented epics that can change a person if you thoroughly study them. So you can subscribe for the stories, and I will see you in the next channeling session or the next podcast. Lots of love, one love, and peace out.